Welcome back to Her Story Matters. We are exclusively on Turn It Up Live platform. I am your host, Lady Doc, and today we are going deep into the legacy of sound, soul, and spirit. Today's episode, number 13, from the streets of Buffalo, New York to the fiery altar. Prepare to hear the transformation that only God can do. Before we go into this incredible journey, make sure you are locked into our community. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, Her Story Matters 25 with no space. Follow the Turn It Up Production Live platform and connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, all of our social media platforms are Her Story Matters. Today I am sitting down with a woman who is literally a powerhouse in her own right. A psalmist, a preacher, a fitness guru that I found out the hard way, a visionary behind Kingdom Era, Bible study, and the bonfire, and so much more. But to understand where she's going, you must understand where she came from. We are talking about the lineage that runs through the heart, through the soul, through Buffalo's musical history. Please welcome to me the amazing Kamira Lattimore.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
So we're going to talk about a little bit about your heritage.
Okay.
And you growing up in the roots from the Kenfield Projects. So Kamira, your roots come from the Kenfield Lanefield neighborhood. How did growing up in those streets shape the grit and the grace that we see now in your ministry today?
Yeah, I think first of all, the words grit and grace together are such a this is such a beautiful picture. I don't know if I've earned both of those words, but they're so pretty to me. They're beautiful together. Actually, I didn't grow up in the Lanefield, so my grandmother, my father, my aunts, my family on my dad's side grew up in the Lanefield. So I got the grit from grandma and her grits, you know what I'm saying? I got the grit from my dad's side, and I would say a lot of the grits came from my mother's side coming up. I grew up actually on Humboldt and Utica, right in Fillmore. Yeah. So I was kind of sheltered in a sense, but then sheltered children, they always go against the grain.
Absolutely.
So when I was like on punishment, I was stealing my brother basketball and in the backyard, just doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do. But I think the combination of the two, seeing my mother in her graceful poise, God-fearing era, and then my father's side, it kind of gave me the dichotomy of the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you come from a legendary musical bloodline. How does it feel to carry the weight and the beauty of R&B and the funk all into the same space as gospel?
Yeah, man. So growing up, my father, and you know this probably better than even I do, because when my father passed when I was 9. So growing up, they had rehearsals in the basement, Rick James rehearsals, and my uncles and all of them. And I would hear the funk, and I would hear the bass lines, and I would hear the R&B, and so I just grew up to learn to love music.
Okay.
And then losing my father, actually, a part of that was the introduction to me learning God, where I learned to love gospel music. I learned to love gospel music not through the church, but more so through my experience at home with God.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, you were at the altar per se in a church building, but you found an altar in the presence of your own president.
Absolutely. Nobody would ever be able to convince me that God is not real, because I didn't choose him, he chose me. I was 9 where he beckoned for me, tapped on my shoulder in my bedroom, and I found God on my knees.
And how was that experience?
Oh man, so there's a story behind it. So my mother has always been the most incredible thrifter on this side of the earth. Okay. She gonna thrift till she can't no more. And I remember coming home one day, and I was walking past the dining room table, and she had just brought home a bag from the thrift store, and in that bag was a plaque. The plaques that you get for the wall.
Yes.
And this one had the Lord's Prayer on it. Now I'm 9, right? Just lost my father, and so I can read, but not all the way. I don't know what hallowed means. So I'm reading through.
So you were able to read it, but didn't have the understanding of what you were reading.
Right, not all of it. I didn't understand all of it. All I knew was, first of all, it wasn't mine, so I stole it. Okay. I should have got a whooping, but I took this plaque off the table. I took it in my bedroom and I read it. And in between me being on my knees and talking to God and reading this plaque, all I knew was these words took away the pain of me losing my father.
Wow.
And that was my introduction.
At 9.
That was my introduction.
Wow.
I remember going to school and asking my teacher, what does hallowed mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now that you've introduced, so your father, Stacy Lattimore, was a massive part of Buffalo Sound, even being produced by the legendary Rick James.
Mhm.
Now, we used to live across the street from Rick James. He lived in the Pink House on Landon.
Okay.
We lived at 201.
Okay.
Okay, so what is your favorite memory of him, the punk funk era? What is your greatest memory?
Of my father?
Yes.
Oh man. So I have 3. One is him pushing me on the swing in the backyard. I remember him. He would push me on the swing, and the higher it was like I was almost not pumping. You know, when you're on the swing, you gotta pump your feet to go higher.
Yes.
What I noticed as a kid is that if I didn't pump my feet, he would push me high.
Okay.
So I didn't pump as much, just so I could, so I could feel him pushing me more,
Wow.
just so I could feel him pushing me. Yeah. So definitely that. Another great memory of he and I is when my friends got to jump rope outside the cherry tree. He would tell me to come in, and he would make me sing scales. And so I would be like, I just want to jump. He would be like, and I'm like, hopscotch. And he's like, no. And so he would play certain chords on the keyboard, and he would just teach me how to sing scales. And so a lot of that was development for me. And it didn't feel like punishment, though I was a kid. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. It didn't feel like punishment. It felt like he believed in me in an area that I didn't truly understand yet. You know?
That almost reminded me. Did you see the movie Michael Jackson?
I did.
Okay, that's what that reminded me of.
Is it Giving Joe? It's Giving Joe?
just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, you know, really. I mean, of course, he wasn't abusive.
But that's the sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it's teaching you how to sacrifice for the things that you need.
Absolutely.
Not always what you want or didn't even know that you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm like, you know, you're a kid, you don't know. And all I knew was he was very serious about me learning what he was teaching, and I could see it in his eyes that I was doing something right every now and then because he really believed in it, you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So now your father passed away when you were only 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
How did losing him at that such pivotal time and that age influence you to connect with God, even though you've already kind of said it?
Yeah.
But how did that connect with you to see God as Abba today?
So I guess the question is, do our listeners really have faith? Because that's what it's going to take to believe what I'm about to say, right?
Okay.
When my father died, I told my mother that he died. She didn't tell me. God had already told me at 9. So here's the thing.
Wow.
The phone rang. I heard a voice at 9, and it told me that my father passed. My mother said hello. She starts crying. I asked her what happened. Actually, it's in my book. I wrote a book about it. But I asked her what happened, and she's like, I can't tell you. And as she's saying, I can't tell you, and weeping, I said, my father died. She drops the phone, looked me dead in the eyes. How do you know? All I knew was I heard a voice.
Wow.
Yeah. All I knew was I heard a voice. So that was my introduction to God that led me to that bedroom. And the same unction. I can't say that I heard the Lord when I was 9 in my bedroom on my knees, but what I can say is that I felt him.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
felt
it
him.
wasn't, when you say you felt him, how did that feel?
It was very comforting.
Okay. So
Yeah.
not like the big kaboom and all of this that people try to make it sound like, because it's different for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when God's presence comes,
Mm-hmm.
it comes and it brings comfort.
Yeah. For me, it brought a lot of comfort, and
Okay.
and it felt like friendship.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt welcoming.
Yeah.
So now when you do this and you're thinking of all of this, do you still hear his musical DNA in your voice when you're leading worship and you're recording?
Oh, all the time. All the time. There was a time I was on tour. I remember we were in Virginia Beach, and the gig was on the beach. And I remember I was holding this big long note, and the wind was blowing. And as I was singing, I could literally feel his presence.
Wow.
It was incredible. I knew it was my father because I hadn't thought about him But just, he wasn't on my mind. But just in that moment, whatever it was I was singing, I could feel him present. So yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So now we're going to bring in the balance. So, and I look at the balance as Denise Lattimore.
Okay.
So while your father provided the musical spark, how would you say your mother, Denise Lattimore, provided the balance?
Okay. My mom's name is Renee, but I'm gonna say she provided the balance in a way of you know how you kind of have two polar opposites that just really work really well together.
Yes.
My mother she has an everlasting grace. She's just graceful in how she moves. She is the epitome of love. I've never seen love in human form like her. And so I grew up watching her outlove anything, everything. Wow. You know what I mean?
So where does Denise come from?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I stand to be corrected.
No.
So Renee,
No,
we want to make sure.
No, it's
that,
okay.
Yes,
No,
the proper credit is going out there.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
Okay.
It's no problem. No problem. But yeah, that's what I grew up watching. And just for the record, I've heard that my mom's name is like 7 different things. So I don't know. I think people are just confused about who my mom is.
Okay.
It's okay. It's not a big
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, how does she keep you grounded and focused when you're trying to navigate in such a high-profile musical environment?
Yeah. So when I was about 16, I was offered a couple major deals, and they were all R&B deals.
Okay.
And I remember telling my mom, like, I'm leaving school, and there were deals that I got while I was like out of town. So it was there were deals that I got through connections, through people I was working with when I was out of town. And I remember coming home and I said, Mom, I'm gonna be an R&B singer. And she's like, no, you're not. And I was like, yes, I am. I don't want to sing about anything bad. It's not even sexual. And she was like, no, you're not. And to be honest, we got into a really big, it was like back and forth. And eventually she screamed and she said, you're not singing that. The Lord already told me he made you for him. And if you sing for the world, he will take you early.
Wow.
She said, she was crying. She said, he already told me, you cannot. If you yield to that, he will take you early, because you are literally meant for him.
Wow. So now I have a question, but I think you just answered my question, which is, what is the greatest piece of motherly wisdom that your mom ever gave you?
Man, yeah, right. She saved my life.
Okay.
She saved my life. I don't know if I would have had the discipline to say no to that myself, because I was so young and so vulnerable and excited, and I just wanted to sing. I didn't care about really what it was, as long as it wasn't bad, you know. But she saved my life. But you know, my mother's like walking wisdom. She, you know those people who like drop sayings every now and then.
Yes.
She's like it's just all day. It's like, your meekness is not weakness. It's strength under control.
Okay.
Or you know, because love will conquer the darkest places. It's just all the time.
Wow.
It's just all the time. Yeah.
Wow. So that when she does that, do you think that that's what helped you get to your kingdom era of today?
No. I think that kingdom era was birthed out of, my life has been, there's beautiful places, great things to highlight, but the truth is, behind every light is a bunch of heat.
Okay.
And my life has been tumultuously, it's been a lot of ups and downs, it's been a lot of pains. Though I met God at 9, I've had seasons where I met him closer, and then closer, and then closer, and then closer. And I'm gonna say a lot of that pain is what got me to a place where I'm sitting with the Lord for 8 hours at a time. I'm sitting with the Lord for 3 days, no food. I'm sitting with the Lord. I'm going away with the Lord for 3 days. Nobody knows. It's the pain in my life that really birthed my relationship with God, and things like that Kingdom Era came out of those places.
Wow. Okay. So now, when you're looking, you had a time when you were wearing like do-rags. So did that have anything to do with the signature of your dad?
No, I'm just ratchet. I mean, hey, no, not at all. I'm just ratchet.
Okay. So when so in the do-rags, the reminder of the work that happens behind the scenes, is that where the glory is revealed? 'Cause
Yeah.
you just answered that, and it's like,
Yeah. For me, and I love church. Don't get me wrong, I love church. But the best experiences I've had with the Lord have been at home.
wow.
They've been in my bedroom. They've been in my music room on my knees. They've been when a real relationship with the Lord will give you some of the worst and the best times in life at the same time. Because you can be going through the worst times, but the closeness and the nearness of the Lord is so close to you that the things that seem like they're hard and rough don't even really matter, because your proximity to God is so close that you almost feel like you're floating.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you bridge the gap between R&B funk world of your past and the spiritual bonfire movement that you created today?
I would say I don't think the two are connected outside of just creativity. You know, different kinds of music can just give you different layers of creativity. Like I was saying before we got on air, I'm a huge hip hop fan. I don't hide it. I'm a huge jazz fan. I don't hide. I love music.
Okay.
I love music. And it aids to the creativity in me. I believe that we were created by the creator, to create.
Okay.
And nothing can really water that down. So with our Kingdom Era, it's an incubator and a safe place for young people to really evolve in their creativity without limits.
Okay, I like that. Now there was something, and there was a statement that you made today.
Okay. Okay.
Today.
Okay.
And I would like for you to elaborate on it.
Okay.
And if I'll quote you correctly, you said, what is it like to normalize unfriending people who don't support you, those who just want to watch from afar, so you can make room for those who do support you and will support you and want to support you?
Right. So I went to my friends list on Facebook to try to accept some people, and it was telling me that I couldn't. You know, you can reach your limit, right? So they're like, you have too many friends. And I'm like, what? So I started scrolling through my friends to see if I can delete some people who aren't active, so I can get these people in that are active, right?
Okay.
And I realized, I'm like, you know, we live in a world where we sit back and we watch people's lives, and we don't want to support them. We don't want to help them. We don't want to be of any sense of aid. Why are we watching? You know, why are we watching? So what I said was, let's normalize unfriending people who you don't interact with, who don't support you at all, so you can make room for the people who want to and the people that do. The world is filled with too many people who want to be on your side for you to be concerned with those who are watching who aren't.
So you're a pastor, you're a woman of God, and you can still unfriend people.
10,000%. Queen of the yes.
So that doesn't make you lack spirituality.
No, so it doesn't make me love you any less.
Exactly.
We just don't need proximity. Why? If we don't interact, I still love you the same. If I see you on the sidewalk and you're hungry, I'm gonna offer you some food, right? But if we don't interact, why are we taking up space?
But I like how you said normalize.
Yeah.
Because people think that it's like, if I unfriend them, now we got beef. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
And it's okay. And sometimes even to put boundaries up. Because everybody's stuff you don't need to see.
Absolutely. I also think that we spend too much time worrying about who doesn't support us. All the while, you have a world full of people who do support you, and they don't get the hug, they don't get the high five, they don't get all the thank yous because your heart is too hoarded with pain from people who don't. Get that out your eyesight. You don't gotta look at that.
Now, are you reading my notes? Because the next one was, I love the statement that you made. The world is full of beautiful people.
It is.
So choose who chooses you.
Yeah.
Now expound on that.
I'll say this. So as a creative, especially, I'll say this, for my life in particular, it can get tough sometimes, right? Because I am a pastor, right? But I will drop some Jay-Z bars quick. And I'm not hiding it. Or I will write them myself, right?
Yeah.
And so the world will tell you that the two can't coincide, but I don't see that in scripture. David is one of the
he danced out of his clothes.
What? And if you ask me, he was one of the greatest lyricists to ever live. He could have taught Biggie a thing or two because his pen was insane. Lyrically, all the songs, it's bars after bars after bars after bars. And that might sound weird for some people to hear, but hey, that's how I receive it, right? If I was to rap David, it would hit me the same way somebody else sings it, and it would hit me the same way somebody else reads it, right? And I think we have to be okay with letting people live in who they are. I don't think I fully answered your question, but I think we gotta be okay with letting people live in who they are, because the world is colorful. It is full of beautiful people, but if we make people feel like they can't be themselves,
then are they really?
You got a world full of replicas. How boring is that?
Mm-hmm. Or they're being people pleasers.
Yeah, and then how depressing is that?
And that's not freedom.
No, it's not freedom. No, it's bondage.
Yes.
It's bondage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
love my Tupac.
Oh, you're too okay.
Oh, I'm a Tupac fan.
Okay,
Showing up.
okay,
Oh, yes.
okay.
Oh, yes.
Machiavelli. All right.
Yes. Share a little bit about your village.
Okay.
These kingdom cousins.
Oh man.
Because that's what kind of drew me in.
Okay. It's crazy. I was praying about my village this morning. I was in my prayer room this morning, and I was trying to get away from talking about them because I felt like I was talking to the Lord just a little bit too long. I felt like he was like, okay, moving on. But I just say that to say, I'm so grateful for my village. Heaven has gifted me with some of the most genuine, pure hearts I've ever met. Genuine people, true people, supportive people. They're just gems, they're gems for the kingdom, and they're by my side.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what drives your passion to help others?
Not having help.
Not having help.
Can I explain that?
Yes, absolutely.
When you are not, I pride myself on giving love in every room I walk into the most that I can, because I have lived in a season of life where I felt like I did not get love anywhere. The things that I have been deprived from are the things that inspired me to give to other people.
So that fuels you.
Absolutely. I'm like and from what I know, and you might know this because I hear it a lot concerning my dad, I'm a huge advocate for the underdog.
Okay.
And I if I see someone being bullied, they become my best friend. I like to love on the rejected. I like to pull in the ostracized. I love to embrace those that other people don't want to embrace.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
time.
pour out so much, but where do you get your pour from?
That prayer closet. And I really need to increase it because when I am too busy, I end up depleted. And you can't pour from an empty cup. You cannot do it, So for me, my prayer room is essential for me to survive. I need it more than I need water and red velvet cake, which I need red velvet cake, okay? But yes, but I need it, It's the only thing that fuels me.
And what does your safe place look like?
My safe place looks like my village, my family, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my friends, my family. That's my safe place. And again, I don't want to wear it out, but my prayer closet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you gave a testimony, I believe it was around 2019.
Okay.
When you released Lipstick.
Yes.
This song had nothing to do with makeup.
Nothing at all.
But everything to do with courage.
Yes.
And bravery. To do your face-to-face daily, just your daily walk.
Yeah.
What struggles were you facing when you birthed that song?
Oh man. So you didn't hear the testimony because it's a bit wild.
Oh, I heard it.
Okay.
I was live when you did it.
Oh man. Okay. So quick story. 2018. I was 3 months away. Wait, May, June, July, August. Yeah, 4 months away from my wedding. We had spent more money than I can count. My bridal shower was in 2 weeks, and I am set up to marry this man that I am head over heels in love with. He was my best friend, and I'm driving down the street on Elmwood. I remember I was passing ETS because I like to eat, and I was passing ETS, and I heard the voice of the Lord very clear, and He said, "You will find the courage. Call this wedding off." And I was like, mind you, I usually drive with music on in the car. There's no music on. Pure silence. And I was on my way to rehearsal. I was music director at Renovation Church at the time. And I got to rehearsal. And I'm receiving this huge rock of what I just heard. and I run into church because I'm trying to get myself together because I'm weeping because I still have to teach. And as I'm in the bathroom, I get up. You remember Marco Polo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The act Marco?
Yeah.
As I'm in the bathroom, I get a Marco Polo from my assistant at the time because we were doing a lot of shows, and so she sent me a Marco Polo, and she usually is just like, hey, Kamira, this came in or that came in. And so I press play, and she's praying. And she's like,
wow.
Lord, make Kamira listen to you right now. I know you're talking to her. I can feel you're speaking to her. Don't allow her not to listen to you. Make her listen to you right now. Any hope I had to keep this was over. And I didn't know why. I'm talking no cheating, no beating, nothing. I'm like, Lord, what is this? And so I called this wedding off. Everybody's like, you're scared? I'm like, I'm not scared. I promise I'm not scared. I literally text my bride. She was one of my bridesmaids. I text my bridal party and said, the wedding is off. Turn my phone off. And I text her and said, tell them I'm serious. Turn my phone off for about a week straight.
Wow.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be convinced because I knew what the Lord had said. And as much as it would have hurt, it was hurting them. Trust me, it's hurt me 30 times more. And so, call the wedding off. No reason. 6 months later, the Lord revealed things. And long story short, He saved me. I would have been miserable. He saved I'm talking infidelity so close that it can touch me.
Wow.
He saved my life.
Wow.
Yeah, He saved my life.
So that no and that redirection
Yes.
was for your good.
Oh yeah, and Lipstick came. I wrote that song actually, and that street must be very pivotal for me. Months later, I'm driving down that same street, and I see a young lady who looked like one of the women he was sleeping with. And I started singing, I won't let this defeat me. I won't stay in the bed. That's how I started writing. I won't let this thing kill me. There's still joy up ahead. Oh, I won't let this defeat me. I've got too much to do. It started flowing out. Because what didn't kill me, it makes me strong. It just started coming out. And I was like, what? It was like a download. I wish I could say like I sat down and wrote it. I didn't. It was more of an echo of what was just poured in me. I just poured it out.
Now, if someone wanted to hear that, is there anywhere that they can?
Yeah, it's on all streaming platforms. So it's on iTunes, on Spotify, it's on YouTube.
And what is the actual name again?
Lipstick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
Lipstick
want,
by
because
Kamira
somebody's
Lassiter.
listening,
Yeah.
and somebody needs to hear that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
because,
that's a plug. Make sure you tune in and get it.
Yeah, it's crazy because so many people are like, wow, this song really helped me. You know, it pulled me out of dark spaces. And I'm like, man, the Lord is so faithful because that was the prayer. I was like, Lord, allow the depth of my pain to be the depth of somebody's healing that hears this. Because this is yours. I'm just putting it out.
And for you to be so vulnerable.
Yeah. That's what it takes, though, right? Because sometimes
absolutely. We're overcome by the testimonies of others.
Man.
And people miss that part.
Yeah.
You got to be raw.
Yeah.
You got to be real.
Yeah. You can't.
got to expose yourself.
You can't conceal what the Lord does and then expect people to see it in a way of exposure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now there's a few things that you have coming up.
Yeah.
You have your retreat.
Yes.
That is a getaway or a moment of rest, reset, laugh, heal, and most deeply is the encounter with God.
Yeah, big time.
Share a little bit.
I think so. I spend a lot of time with the Lord, and when I say that, I don't mean in buildings. Like I spend a lot of time at home. Like my mother will call me, and I'm like, "Hey, Mom, I'm with the Lord. Give me an hour. I'll give you a call back." I think one of the things that we have to learn how to do, just as women, like or just people, period. But I'll say as women, we have to learn almost like the superpower of spending time laid at the Lord's feet.
So being more like Mary and not Martha.
More like Mary, not like Martha. Not because we have been taught that busyness is success, when busyness is just busyness. You can be busy and not successful at all. And all the while,
busy doing nothing.
Yeah, and then all the while, the Lord, everything you're doing was not summoned by Him. He hasn't told you to do that. Have you talked to Him today?
Wow.
You know, have you asked Him, can I go there? Do you want me to do this? Is this show for me? Is this relationship for me? Or do we just wake up and just do whatever we want to do on our own? You don't know what's in you if you don't talk to the person that made you. And so I'm just a firm believer of spending the bulk of your time with Him so you can have true instruction on why you're here. You don't want to live this life and miss Him.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
And so you also have something coming up on June 12th at 6 p.m. that's going to be held at Cheektowaga Town Park.
Yes. Bible study in the park. It makes me happy. I love the Word. Okay, I love the Word. I love words, period. But I love the Word of God. Bible study in the park we've been doing for 2 years now. It's something that we started at Town Park for Thy Kingdom Era. It's just a massive gathering of young people who dissect the word together. We eat, we have fun, sometimes we dance, sometimes we play games, but we dig into the word. And it's a vulnerable space on the grass with bees and beautiful people beside you. We laugh and dissect the word, and we go home full.
So is it open to the public?
Absolutely. All are welcome. No cost, nothing. Yep, all are welcome.
And is there an age limit?
No, we welcome everybody.
Okay, now I'm regretting this part right here that I'm about to say. Share a little bit of the pound, because all I can tell you is this is not a thing. This is a real experience. It is a real experience, but it's an experience. It's an experience.
Yeah.
That I don't know no other word. With the word of God.
Yeah.
And the music of God.
Yeah.
But you feel the word and the experience. So go ahead and share a little bit.
Yeah, so Pound Fitness is a Australian workout. Actually, you work out with these 2 sticks that are 1.5 pounds. It's in high intensity, very high intensity HIIT cardio workout. And we have taken it and made it worship, workout, and word. So you get to worship God through song, you get to work out, and you work out, you sweat, as you said. And then you get the word as well. And I felt like it was important because, we pick and choose the things that we want to apply from the word and the things that we want to kind of ignore, and even when it comes to like your body being a temple, it's only said in a way to say, don't do what you're not supposed to do. But one of the things we aren't supposed to do is totally abuse our bodies by what we eat and how we don't take care of them. And that's something that, and it's not, it's, I want to say this, it's not about vanity. It's not about looking a certain way as much as it is about feeling a certain way and killing the things that are trying to kill us, cancer and diabetes and all of the diseases that
being
come.
Healthy.
Yeah, all the things that come, especially to the Black community, to try to take us out because we just don't have a lot of the knowledge or the resources that other people may have sometimes. So, yeah, that's what it is. Good time.
Is there any updates that are coming up for the Kingdom Cousins and the Kingdom Heir?
No, so right now we're doing Bible study all through the summer. We're doing Bible study in the park, and then come fall, we got a bunch of festivities that we're doing. So we got open mics, and we got pumpkin patch and apple picking. And
now, a lot of these things that you do are free.
Yes.
And it's no cost.
Yes.
But even though there's no cost, there is a cost that you come out of pocket, you and your cousin.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if someone wanted to sew into that, how could they sew into you?
They could go on the website.
Okay, what is the website?
The Kim Era Entertainment. TheKimEraEntertainment.com.
Okay.
And there's a Thy Kingdom Era tab on the website, and they can donate there.
Okay.
They could also go to Thy Kingdom Era's website and donate there. So there's 2 different ways that they can donate. Yeah.
Because you're doing a lot for especially the youth and the young people in our community.
Yeah.
So in closing, I want to know if there was something that you can look right into that camera and you can say to some young person that is listening and they don't know what to do.
Okay, they don't know what to do about
just life in general, because life be lifing.
Life be lifing.
And if you can give them some word of encouragement, something just to push them to want to do the right thing.
Yeah, I would say, where's that Bible that Grandma gave you? Go and find it. Find yourself in a room with a closed door. Go to YouTube and put on the instrumental. Get on your knees and just talk. And I don't mean talk in a way that's replicated from anything you've ever heard anybody else say. I mean truly pour out your heart and be honest with God and just ask Him to prove Himself to you, and then be who you are. Like not who people are telling you to be or who people are telling you you need to be, but be who you are. Have that connection with God in private and allow Him to bless you in public as you are being who you are. That's what I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. So Pastor Kamira, thank you for taking us back to the roots to hear about Stacy, Renee, and the journey from the laying field at your grandma's house.
Yes.
Mother Lattimore.
Yeah.
to the kingdom. It is powerful, and we would just like for the family just to tune in, and just follow us on all of our platforms, which is Her Story Matters, which is on Turn It Up Live platform. And we would like for you to go in and subscribe, like Her Story Matters 25, no space in between. And we just thank you, Kamira, for just sharing your heart, being so transparent, and just letting people know that it's okay to love the gospel and rap. And it's okay.
Because I'm gonna drop some box. No.
Yeah, but know what? And you will be able to reach those that many would say are unreachable.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we want to do gospel, but we want to do it between the four walls.
Yeah.
And not get the ones that are out there.
Can I say something about that?
Absolutely.
The gospel melodically doesn't have a sound. The gospel is lyrics. And so you can't, because the words don't fit the cadence that you like, or because the words don't fall between the 1, 4, 6, 5 chords that you want to play, it doesn't mean it's not the gospel. The gospel is the word, right? How you put it out, how people put it out is how the Lord gives them to put it out. We have to be accepting, because God doesn't make anything that isn't right, right? So he's not going to give somebody a gospel message and then tell them they can't give it because it doesn't sound like what's already been made. He's too brilliant for that. He's God.
So we can't put him in a box.
No, he's God. He's God. Like can we let that sit in? Like he's God. We can't tell him what colors to use to paint the picture. He's God.
Yes.
He made the color.
We're a blank canvas.
Yeah.
Let him be creative.
Yeah. Let him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're just his painters.
Absolutely.
So I received that. I really do.
Yeah.
So I just want to just thank you just for the opportunity of being transformative.
Yeah.
Being in a place, in a position where you're sharing your truth unapologetically.
Yeah.
Even the sorrow and the hurt, he's still being glorified.
Yeah.
So for that, we thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.